Hey guys, this is Crow here from Crow Archery and Motorcycle Adventures, and today what we're going to be doing is taking a first impressions kind of look at what a lot of people on the internet call the Tbow. It's a Hoyt Satori clone. This one, and they only come in one model from what I've been able to find, and that is a 19-inch riser with a medium length limbs to make it a 62-inch recurve. Now, as you guys know, I own a Satori. Here, in fact, I'll show you. This is my story. Now, it's not going to be exactly apples to apples comparison because this is a 17-inch riser with long limbs on it to make the same length bow. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same length. But, the riser lengths and the limb lengths do make a difference. Now, I will say that the first Satori I ever owned was a 19-inch model with medium limbs, so I've already owned one that is the same spec as this Tbow. The only reason I got rid of it is at the time I just got a really good deal on this 17-inch riser and a set of limbs that originally came with it, and I sold those limbs and got my carbon balos limbs for the actual Satori. Now this, I will say, if you've been wanting a Satori, but you really don't want to shell out the money right now, or you're not sure about it, like, say you buy it and you end up not liking it, I will say that this is actually a pretty good option. I mean, it's a cool bow. It really is. It shoots good. It looks pretty good, and it looks just like a Satori. I can tell you the little differences compared to the two risers. For example, on this one, right here, where you'll like rest your fingers or whatever, it's actually more flat. It's more flat, and on the Satori, I know I kind of caught that one in the camera. Let me try this one. And on the Satori, you'll notice it's a little more rounded. And it's the same way on the 19-inch riser of the actual Hoyt Satori. Material-wise, I don't know how I feel about the wooden grip versus the one that comes with the standard mono Satori. I know they used to be wooden back whenever Fred Eichler still had his name on them, but now they're that plastic kind of thing. I know you can upgrade them to the Jaeger grips and stuff like that, which is what I plan on doing with my Satori. In the hand, this one, you can tell that it's made from like a cheaper material, not necessarily in a bad way. It looks really good. I mean, you can tell that, it was machined correctly. The limbs fit really nice. I haven't had any problems with adjusting anything. Now, the plate, the side plate, like I said, it's a clone of the Satori. The actual material that they have you put on here, the hair is really long on it. Now the Satori, with it, the material that it comes with, I've actually, I don't know if you can see on mine, but right there on the shelf, I have just the calf hair. I've found, along with basically every other person on the internet, has found that using calf hair on the shelf instead of the material that the Satori comes with works a lot better. That bear hair kind of material that the bow comes with is really, it kind of makes tuning a big problem. This one, it's the same kind of like calf hair style material, but the hair is really long. Now, I have not looked yet. I have not checked to see if this side plate is interchangeable with the Satori. Actually, while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to look at it real quick. To me, it looks to be, well, I mean, honestly, it looks to be about the same dimensions. Looks to be the same cutout. I mean, it's a really good clone. I will say that. It's a really good copy. Other than that, I mean, it's basically, I'm not going to say it's the same thing because the quality is not on par with the Satori. Now, is that saying this is a bad bow? No, that's not what I'm saying. This is actually a really nice bow. It's really good, and especially for $200, brand new. I mean, come on, if you've been wanting to get a Satori but you don't know how you would feel about it, um, what's $200 in comparison to, I think on Three Rivers right now, just the base model Satori with the regular limbs plus the riser and everything it comes with is $1,000. So what's $200 compared to $1,000? Big difference, 800 bucks. Um, so if you've kind of been thinking about it, but you don't know if you want to shell out the money, I will say I recommend one of these Taows is what it's technically. That's what it technically is. Like the A that's written on the riser and on the limbs, it looks like a B, but it's actually an A. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, everything is exactly like the 19-inch Satori riser that I used to have. The only reason I use the 17, I prefer the long limbs, and I like 62-inch recurves. So I moved down to a 17-inch riser with the long limbs to give me that 62, and plus those long limbs, it just seems like a smoother draw for me. Now these are 45-pound limbs that are on this model. On mine, I have 50s, but at my draw length and the way I have the bow set up, it's pulling almost 57 pounds. It's like 56.9. This one pulls about 48 and some change with my draw length. But again, this is actually a really nice bow, and it's cheap. That's the great thing about, technology we have today. We're able to make these bows a lot cheaper. I know that they're not made in the U.S., but again, like I said, for those new, they're just coming in that want to get a really nice recurve for a good price, this is a really good option to look at, especially if you want to, like I said, it's right at $199.99 from Amazon. You can get them a little cheaper on eBay. On eBay, you can get them around the same price you can buy a Samick Sage or a Galaxy Sage, from Lancaster, same bow, but which I managed to get one of those, and I enjoy it. I love bow and arrow, man. I don't discriminate, if you know what I'm saying. To me, you can find a good quality bow for, $200 all the way up to $1,500 or even $2,000. But, it's one of those things that you got to determine if you're going to stick with it. And that's why I have such a huge bow collection. I love them. I really do. But like I said, at the end of the day, looking at this and actually holding it in my hand and then holding my Satori, there is a little bit of a grip difference, but it's right here in the front. And this one feels a little lighter. I'm sure it's because of the material used to make the riser. On the Satori, it's got a little bit more of a beef to it. It's a little heavier. And this one, it's a little bit lighter. And again, it's just material used. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to tear up on you or anything. But even if it does, again, $200 versus over $1,000. The limbs, this Satori setup right here with the carbon Velos, Hoyt brand limbs, those limbs alone are almost $900. And then the riser itself, if you buy one of those brand new, that's around $450, $500. So again, $1,500. Well, it's actually more than that with this quiver I have on it. It's a Thunderhorn bow with, snake skin and leather and all that. Again, this is like $1,900 rig versus this $200 bow. You could get you a nice little quiver to throw on it. Probably costs more than this bow does. You know what I mean? But overall, it's really nice. I do recommend it. I really do, and especially because it's an ILF setup, so you can swap the limbs back and forth. I could take those longs off my Satori and put it on this to make a 64-inch bow, but not gonna lie, part of me would feel like that's a little blasphemous. But Either way, I love you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions about the Satori or this Tbow, leave them in the comment section below. Feel free to message me. I'm actually about ready to upload my step 3 completion MRT, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you so much for the love and support. Peace.